Hello church, good to be able to speak to you again today. A little later in the week than usual, and that's because I want to be focusing this update on how we reconvene some of our activities once we come out of lockdown. We wanted to wait for all the announcements to go out and to go through so we fully understand what we're doing. Today I'll mainly be focusing on Sunday mornings and how we reconvene those. I will touch briefly on midweek groups, as well as talk to you a little bit about Christmas, which is getting exciting. As I'm sure you know, we were placed into Tier 3, which is the most severe restrictions and guidelines that there are. We are fortunate that in all three of the tiers, places of worship remain open. And when we looked at the requirements for Tier 3, they mirrored what we did before we went in to lockdown. So all the requirements before lockdown have carried over into Tier 3. And we were able to create a COVID-safe environment, social distancing, wearing masks, controlling numbers, hands sanitising, all of that created that COVID-safe experience. So it means that we can continue once we come out of lockdown. So as from Sunday the 6th of December at 11 o'clock, we will start to have a small congregation back at the bridge once again. We'll continue to live stream because we'll need to control the numbers who can come in and join us, and we're also aware that not everybody will be able to leave and come to the bridge even if there was space and room. It was always our plan before we went into lockdown to open our Sunday mornings up to children and youth groups. We wanted a few weeks to get used to how to operate, and literally the first Sunday of the national lockdown was going to be that time when we opened up to youth and children's groups on a Sunday as well. So we don't want to delay. So as from the 6th of December, our Sunday morning offering will be open to all ages here at the bridge, children, youth and adults. You'll need to book in just as normal. We'll be needing to control the numbers, but I'll talk to you about that in a moment. As I said, there will be groups for all ages of children and youth. You will need to drop them off directly at the Parkside entrance. And Mandy and James, over the course of the next week, will be communicating with you all on how that will happen, how the drop-off will work, and how the pickup will work as well, because we'll need to stagger it as people come out. There will be a room made available for those of you with children who are under 2 right the way down to babies, where you can be in the room with your child or with your baby. There'll be a few toys out, and we will live stream the service in there. So it still means that you can come as a complete family, which is really good. As I said, we will need you to book in. So as a family, if you're coming for the first time, the emails come out on a Monday, and the Monday booking email will have all of the different links in for all of the different groups. Parents, grandparents who are bringing your children, please book yourselves into the main service first, and then pick the correct group that your child or young person will go into. For those children and youth groups, please don't book yourself in as mom and dad or grandma or granddad. Just book your child in, please. The room for the under 2s, that will be where you will be with your child. Do book yourself into that room along with your child. So if it's yourself and one other, you'll be booking in 2, but you won't be able to move from the main hall into this room, or from the room into the main hall. But we'll send out more information about that throughout the course of the week. So that's exciting. I really can't wait to have people back at the bridge again. So for the 6th, our numbers will still be managed. If I could ask those of you who do not have children, who have been perhaps able to book in and come to a Sunday service, just to hold off on Monday and Tuesday from booking in your place. I'd really like to give priority to families to allow them to book in on Monday and Tuesday, and then open it up to everybody on Wednesday and Thursday. Of course, families, you can still continue to book in on a Wednesday or a Thursday, but we just want to give you priority at the beginning of the week. Booking will close Thursday evening, so please be aware of that. You won't be able to book your space after Thursday evening. We're also able to start midweek groups, and they will start in due course, and the leadership person who is over that group will be deciding over the course of the week when the right time is to start that group, and they will be communicating with you. Please don't ask them. They are aware of it, and they will communicate with you when your groups will be starting back at the bridge. Just one more thing. The COVID team that the directors appointed are continually looking at the guidelines. That they do change. They change quite regularly. You don't always get a big announcement. And in looking at the current guidelines, it's very clear that masks and not visors are a suitable face covering. You can wear a visor as well as a mask, but if you just wear a visor, that will not be suitable for when coming on site, so please do bring your masks along. I don't know about you, but it is beginning to feel a little bit like Christmas. I wouldn't let Claire put the Christmas tree up last weekend. It was the middle of November, to a lot of bar humbug from a number of people. However, it is now beginning to feel a little bit like Christmas, and you'll have seen a few things issued in the news sheets. You'll notice that the Christmas meditation starting this Sunday via Zoom. Please do take an opportunity to book in and use those. You'll have seen this week our reverse Advent. Instead of taking a chocolate every day, for the first 20 days of December, we're encouraging you to put some foodstuffs aside. You'll know about our community lunch and our food parcels. We really want to bless those 30 plus families who we care for every week with a larger food parcel with the run up to Christmas. So there's ways for you to get involved then. And then I'm sure you've seen the Children and Youth Christmas production that's been filmed in many locations, including live animals, a real donkey. It's going to be a spectacular time. They're recording that in their homes, socially distanced as we speak, and we'll be playing that to you on one of the times in the run-up to Christmas, so you'll look forward to that, I'm sure. Next week we'll talk to you about all the different services that are going on in the run-up to Christmas. It will be different. Yeah, it just will. But don't let that spoil Christmas. Church, it's been great to speak to you, and I look forward to seeing you soon and speaking to you again next week. Bye for now.